Today we're going to be celebrating what poets and quants say one of 2020's most disruptive, one of the most disruptive MBA startups of 2020. Okay, and that company is called Kleta, and we're with one of our own Diego Casabe, from originally from Argentina, and that finished up his MBA career from Asade last year. So what is Kleta? Kleta is a bike subscription service where you pay monthly service for a bike, for maintenance, and also for theft in case something happens, your bike disappears. That's doing very, very well. Just kicked it up recently. So without further ado, let's give a big virtual applause for Diego Casabe. There we go. The crowd is roaring. So Diego, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. How you doing, man? How's things going over in Barcelona?
I'm doing great. Barcelona is nice. I mean, the lockdown is gonna finish tomorrow, but I was on the beach yesterday playing beach tennis, so it's amazing. Winter is coming, but the weather is great.
Okay, well, I can see your tan, man. You know, I'm working on it.
It was better some months ago, but yeah.
So Diego, it's pretty wild that we spoke when I just started working with Merchant about a year ago. I was just a young buck trying to learn a little bit about your experience, with GMAT and missions, and now we've kind of come full circle here. Now you've got a blossoming company that hopefully it looks like you've gone through your first round of investment, etc. We'll be able to talk about that a bit more, but I want to kind of kick this off with a more general question. Okay, sure. As far as what or who inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
Well, in my family, I have a pretty successful businesswoman that is my aunt. She moved to LA when she was 18 years old, and now she has 2 brands. She's selling clothes to the Army and the Navy, and also a brand called Stoneflowers that sells women clothes. And well, she's super successful. And when I used to go to work to the US, I visit her a lot. And I love her lifestyle and how she was actually her own boss. So at the end, I remember I said I want to have this kind of life and lifestyle. And I always knew I will find the opportunity to create and raise my own business, And now like the planets align, and I had the chance with a friend to start Kleta, as you said, and we're doing great so far.
Good. Well, yeah, I'm excited to hear a little bit more about this. So as far as Kleta, let's tell the folks out there a little bit about where Kleta came from, right? Were you always like a bike advocate? Were you like, man, I want to start a company that has to do with bikes in general, or have you always been a physical guy, or was it something that you saw that, look, now there's a gap in the market, an opportunity presented itself here in Barcelona, and let's go for it?
Yeah, definitely. That the last thing you said, we found a gap in the market. I'm not a bike fan or nothing similar. And now I'm using the bike to go all around Barcelona, of course. But before, we just found a gap in the market. I was working at Buddy. It's a really important startup here. I was doing my MBA internship, and I met Falk there. That is my partner and co-founder of Kleta with me. We started actually the same day, and well, he was using his own bike to go to the office, and I was using the bike sharing service that is here in Barcelona. And we found that his own bike, he had to take it inside his place, and not parking it outside, because there's still a lot of bikes here in Barcelona and in most of the main cities in Europe, but especially in Barcelona, it's a big issue. And at the end, all the bike sharing services, what they are doing is you sacrifice some freedom because you need to share the bike, you need to find a bike in a station, the bike might be broken. You are doing that in order to be secure, and not having to own a bike and buy all the locks and have the fear of someone stealing your own bike. So at the end, we found this subscription model that is also working pretty well in the North Europe, but they were not any company doing a similar business model. And that's how we started thinking about Kleta. And when COVID started and we were in a real estate company that was hit hard, so we had to think about a plan B, and we said, like, let's do it. And I just finished my MBA. It was now or never. It was now the opportunity to start creating my own business. And I remember he called me. He had the idea. He's German, so there is a pretty similar a company that they have a similar business model in Germany. And he called me, said like, hey, I have this idea. I want to do it with you. I said, yeah, let's do it. And we create a website super fast and start to validate the idea. And here we are.
Right. Great. Exciting. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to see you grow. And this is one of those, I mean, it's very cool to see how people pivot either in their career or just with ideas, right? I mean, like you said, going from real estate that was just booming to, wait, look, people need to be outside. People are cutting public transportation. How are people still going to get around? It was a very opportune time. It's interesting to see people kind of turn some lemons into lemonade here with what's going on with COVID.
Yeah.
So kudos to you for spotting that. So,
Thanks.
you've been, tell us a little bit about how long you've got. I mean, so you started your website, proof of concept. Tell us a little bit about kind of the timeline to where you are now, and what's one of the biggest achievements you feel you guys have gone through since the birth of Kleta.
Well, I can mention 3 big achievements so far. First of all, we have more than 100 active customers, paying customers on the street, and that's amazing because now Barcelona is not a big town, definitely not as big as Buenos Aires, so you can see the bikes on the street, and it's amazing when you see your own product on the street, either parked or being used by a user. And now 100 users on the street. At the beginning you know them, but at the end it's like, who is that guy? I don't remember that guy, and he's using one of my bikes. So it's that feeling is amazing. But we were able to validate the idea without working capital. We actually sub-rent the bikes during the pandemic. It was around end of May. We sub-rent the bikes from tourist rentals that they rent for hours. Of course, all that business is still damaged by all this situation. So they said, yeah, we'll rent the bike to you, and we sub-rented the bicycles. And when we had 20, 30, almost 40 customers, we said, okay, now we need to raise money and buy our own bicycles. And that comes to what I think is the most important achievement. That is, we were able to buy bicycles, 2 guys that didn't know anything about bicycles. Not only, we didn't know where to buy them. We didn't have contacts. We were able to buy almost 200 bicycles in the biggest supply shortage of bicycles in the world because of all this COVID. The bicycle is booming, but it's super hard to actually buy components or a bike itself. You have delays of 6 months, 9 months, and at the end we worked so hard, and we had luck as well, of course, but we were able to buy bikes, and now we have 200 bikes. We are prototyping an e-bike. So I think that's the biggest achievement.
Great. Okay, all sounds like some good stuff. If we have any people looking to invest some big money into Kleta or find out a little bit more about Kleta, where should we look for that information? Well,
everything you want to know about Kleta is on the website, www.kleta.es. Everything is there. At the end the business model is super simple. You subscribe, you pay a monthly fee, you get a bicycle, full maintenance, an anti-theft warranty. And well, as I said, we're raising money for the next year. The idea is to finish the year with 1,500 bikes on the street here in Barcelona, and also expand to other cities. We are prototyping already our e-bike, so we'll probably have the first e-bikes on the street by Q1 next year. So if we have this goal in November 2021, it's gonna be way different.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, well,
And,
Diego.
if you have new students from Merton coming here, they'll have a bicycle for sure.
Nice. Yeah, maybe maybe we need to start doing our own branded merchant bikes. We could do that.
Yeah.
Good. Well, good, Diego. Well, look, I really appreciate your time. I know that this information will be very useful to the folks that are starting their journey.
Awesome.
See some light at the end of the tunnel. I know that you see it there. I know that these 14-hour days is tough, but it sounds like, again, from being, you guys are popping up all over the place. People are reaching out and see the value, especially at these times in COVID. So best of luck to you, and let's stay in touch. Okay, bud?
Thank you, man. Bye. And have a nice end of the weekend. Bye-bye.
Good. Okay, we'll see you, man.